Hi guys, Neff here, and today we're going to take a look at the Stealthkey by Urban Alps. I received this one new in box that I ordered, and I thought you guys might like to see what it comes like that. I love buying new locks. It's really fun unboxing them and taking a look. So let's see what we got in here. Now I want to start off by saying that this lock is a very, very cool design. I'm probably going to go over quite a few things that I don't like about it, but I love seeing new things come to market. This is a lot of fun to work with and very, very cool idea. So let's start with the card. I don't really care if you guys see the code because it's not going to be used on my door, but I love their key control card, I believe that is. So, or their security card. I guess I didn't even scratch off the code. It actually comes where you can scratch it off. It's got a little hollow on it. One of the cooler cards I've gotten. And I love collecting those, so that was very cool. Now, I've already removed the bridge on this, so it was double euro, and what it is I actually really like this bridge. Just goes right in there, and you can actually set your length by pulling it out to wherever you need and putting the pins through it however that needs to be, all the way in or further out. So that's pretty cool. One issue was this lock does not come with keys. I had to order my keys separately. The lock itself cost me over $100 US dollars, I believe, for the double, and each key was quite expensive on top of that. I believe it was 30 euro for a key, so we're talking like 40 bucks or something like that, going on 40 bucks. And then for the one with the plastic head, I believe that is 22 euro or something like that, so we're talking 30 bucks. So the cost of 2 keys to go with 1 double euro is more than half as much the cost of the lock itself. That really bothered me. On top of that, let's take a look at the keys here. So they're very cool. I mean, the idea obviously was to hide your bidding at all costs there. I like colored cap keys because I like blue, and I think it's really cool to get that. I'm gonna see if I can get this close to the camera, show you a nice look at that. So the bidding would be hidden down there, of course. You can't even really see it when you look down, even with a light. So, I mean, they accomplished that goal for sure. But if you look at, you see where that blue is connected to the key, it's kind of a grody connection process. If you look at the back here, the metal, it's modeled, and you could probably even hear me scrape on it. So it's 3D printed, which is amazing to use that process for something like this. I think it's very, very cool. However, why not do a little bit of finishing work at the end? When I first got this, it did have some silicone lube in it, which is cool, but one of my keys hung up right away. This key got about that far in, wouldn't even go in. I eventually got it. It's fine now, just had to mess with it a little bit, work it in. But there are little things like that, like finishing work and small stuff like that, that for the cost of it being as high as it is, I'm talking over $150 for this lock, not counting shipping. I would have expected some finishing work on it. So there's that. It does say Stealthkey imprinted on the back there. It has some nice fiber marking on the front, I believe. And that's that. So, that's talking about a little bit of it. I'll go over a little bit more inside the lock if we can get it picked today. I just wanted to show you guys this because this lock is quite expensive, and it is a very cool design. But, be aware of what you're getting into. While I'm very happy with the lock, I was a little disappointed with it when it did finally arrive. So let's get her in the vise and see how it works out. Alrighty guys, we got her locked up in there. Let's go over the tools we're going to use today. I've got a thin wiper insert. That's just going to go on one side. And then I've got this really cheap Chinese dimple picks, part of a set I bought. It was probably not worth buying, to be honest. It was before I knew better, but it does seem to fit really good in here. So we're going to start on the left side. Very heavy tension unless I'm setting a high lift, because on this lock, you want to do some mental mapping and preset your high lifts. So I'm on 7, so there's 7 levers on each one. Little click. I'm going to 5. That is my other max lift on this. There are only 3 bidding heights, so you have like a 0 lift, a middle, and then a high lift. 1 and 2 are middles on this. So you just give a little tap tap to see if it does anything, but don't overset them. And I'm working on 5 and 7 to make sure I can get them to stay down in their gates. Whoa, that was just a hard click, and some core movement. So I probably just finished setting the left side. And I think I did. So this is where it gets interesting, because I try not to set one side so hard, because sometimes it makes it very difficult to set my max lifts on the other side. But let's see if we can do it. Okay, max lift on this one is 1 and 6. I do believe I just set 6. I'm going to come back to 1, try and get it. Ah. Yeah, 1 is staying down in there. Now I'm on 3. So this is 1, and then 2 is a 0 lift. 3 is a middle lift. 4 is a 0 lift. And 5 is a middle lift. And I've pushed 3 and 5 down. Now I'm on 7, which is also a middle lift, and we're open. Boom. So it took me a minute to learn that. I'm not going to say this lock was easy by any means, but there we go. We're open. I'm going to go ahead and get it gutted. Okay guys, let's take a look at what we got. Now, as you can see, I gutted both cores here, and I did that for a reason, because this is the first time I gutted the one that I just picked, and I didn't know that it didn't actually have pins in the top, just like this side does. So this side has 2 holes, and there's 2 pins in the back there. This was not in the lock we picked, so I don't know why those holes are missing. Maybe it's some sort of drill protection for whatever. It actually shows that this is to be the external side, so it could be drill protection, no, it's not snap protection. I have no idea. I just wanted to show that. So that's what comes in the external side of the door, and that's what this core is. But the core we picked is obviously this one right here. So let's take a look. You can see the bitting heights here. The key is pushing these levers from the opposite side. So we've got our middle lift, 0, 0, high lift, middle, high. So I call it like a 1, 2, 3. So we have 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 3. And then this side is getting pushed from the other side. And we have a 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. And that's why I was saying you have to kind of preset those max lifts. You might be able to see in the core some of the silicone lubricant, but it's kind of didn't really help me. But one thing that's fun to look at is these levers as I pull the key out. Very cool little process. We've got that. There's our levers, so that one getting pushed from that side is affecting the opposite side. 2 holes on each side. One goes for a spring, and then the other goes for a sidebar post. Let's take a look at the sidebar. I don't have replacement springs, so we need to be very careful. not much to it. Just kind of bites in there. Took me a minute to figure that out. When I was first working on it, before I was giving it very heavy tension, the sidebar did not want to bite. So, you know, that's why you just really have to rail on it. And as you set stuff, it'll bite, and then you'll mentally map, okay, that's overset. We don't want to do that. That's my max lift. We do want to do that, blah, blah, blah. So there's your deal on that. I'm not quite sure how to take this completely apart, but see, there's a good chunk of that silicone lube right there, actually. I tried to clean as much of it out as I could, because that I think was causing me problems when I first got the lock. But anyway, in this core, just so we can look real quick, I don't want to drop the spring. You can see there's 2 slots for those pins. I have no idea the point of that. I'm sure it is a protection for drill or something else, but in order to take these apart, I believe, you can see we've got that. That's actually a hole that a post comes out of this metal plate and goes into there. And there's spring tension under here pushing the plate up. I haven't messed with it a lot, but it does slide back just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that I just created more space there, but I've never... See, then it closes. I've never created enough space to actually lift the plate out of there, so I don't know if it's designed to be in there permanently. Since I do have 2 halves, maybe I'll do that one day, but more likely I would pass this on and sell it to another picker so that they don't have to spend $150, $60 to get themselves a Stealthkey to pick. So that's the Stealthkey, guys. It's very, very cool lock. To Urban Alps, if you watch this, I'm not trying to dog you big time, you know. It is a very cool lock, very cool design, and very fun to work with. So thank you guys for watching. Any comments, questions, suggestions, or feedback, I'm happy to hear it. You guys have a great day.